In what can only be described as one of the most cringeworthy moments in late-night television history, The Late Show host Stephen Colbert shocked his audience when he reportedly told Prince Harry never to return to his show again. According to sources inside the production, Colbert, known for his razor-sharp humor and fearless interviewing style, became visibly frustrated with the Duke of Sussex after a tedious, self-indulgent, and painfully awkward interview. What was supposed to be a light-hearted discussion quickly turned into yet another grievance-filled monologue, with Harry lamenting his struggles, taking veiled jabs at the royal family, and painting himself as a victim of the press. Colbert, initially patient, reportedly lost his composure as the interview dragged on, eventually cutting Harry off with a biting remark that left the prince stunned. By the time the cameras stopped rolling, Colbert's frustration was undeniable. And, according to multiple audience members and crew, his final words to Harry backstage were clear and direct. "Don't come to my show again." It was a stunning moment. A declaration not just of personal annoyance, but of cultural fatigue. People were tired of Harry's never-ending complaints. Tired of the hypocrisy. Tired of the self-pity. And in that moment, Colbert spoke for millions who had simply had enough. Prince Harry's first appearance on The Late Show in 2023 had been met with mixed reviews, but his 2025 return was an outright disaster. Audience members who attended the taping described a man oblivious to how he was being perceived, repeating old grievances, showing little self-awareness, and failing to adapt to the humor of the show. "It started okay," one audience member revealed. Colbert gave him an easy opening, something about how he was enjoying life in America. But Harry immediately launched into a complaint about the media invading his privacy. The irony was so thick you could cut it with a knife. What was meant to be a fun, engaging conversation turned into another chapter of Harry's ongoing victimhood narrative. He went on about how the British press had ruined his life, how the royal family failed him, and how he and Meghan had been forced to leave the UK. At one point, Colbert attempted to redirect the conversation with a joke. "So, Harry, tell me, do you have any hobbies that don't involve complaining?" The crowd erupted into laughter. But Harry? He didn't find it funny. He blinked, clearly caught off guard, before stammering into another well-rehearsed speech about how no one understands what he's been through. The moment was painful to watch. Harry, once a charismatic and likable royal, was now that guy, the one who can't stop talking about himself. The worst part of the evening for Harry wasn't Colbert's jokes, it was the reaction from the audience. In 2023, during his Spare Book tour, he had received polite applause, even sympathy from some sections of the crowd. But now? The mood had shifted. People had moved on, but Harry hadn't. It felt like watching someone stuck in the past, another audience member reported. At first, people chuckled out of awkwardness. But by the halfway point, there were actual groans. I don't think Harry realized how bad it was. The moment that sealed the disaster came when Harry, in an attempt to make light of his royal exit, joked. "Leaving the royal family is like leaving a job you hate, except your boss is also your grandma." The audience went silent. The joke flopped. And Colbert, sensing the tension, twisted the knife. "Yeah, that sounds hilarious. Tell me more about how hard it is being a prince." At that moment, it became clear Harry had lost the room. What set Colbert off wasn't just Harry's inability to engage in real conversation, it was his hypocrisy. Harry spoke about the horrors of media attention while sitting in front of a multi-camera setup, promoting his own media ventures. He claimed he just wanted a normal life while signing multi-million-dollar deals with Netflix, Spotify, and publishers. And when he compared his experience with the press to the struggles of war veterans, Colbert snapped. "Look, Prince, I think we all know what media scrutiny looks like," he said sharply. "But let's be honest, most of us don't have million-dollar deals to tell our side of the story." Harry tried to respond, but the damage was done. Colbert swiftly cut to commercial, and by the time the cameras stopped rolling, his patience had run out. That was a disaster, he reportedly muttered to his producers. Moments later, as Harry awkwardly lingered backstage, Colbert delivered the now infamous line, "Don't come to my show again." The fallout was instant. Within hours of the interview airing, clips went viral. Social media exploded with reactions, many mocking Harry's inability to read the room. Imagine being so out of touch that even Stephen Colbert has had enough of you. Harry is like that one friend who still talks about their ex years later. The man is a broken record. Nobody cares anymore. Even Hollywood insiders began distancing themselves from Harry and Meghan, with rumors swirling that their A-list status was slipping. Netflix quietly cut back promotional efforts for Harry's latest documentary, and major TV networks reportedly turned down offers to book him. Perhaps most tellingly, The Late Show itself made a bold move. It scrubbed the interview from its official YouTube and social media pages, effectively erasing the disaster from its record. For Harry, the message was clear: his time in Hollywood's good graces was running out. Across the Atlantic, Buckingham Palace reportedly watched the fallout with silent satisfaction. For years, Harry had publicly criticized his family, portraying them as out-of-touch villains while presenting himself as the truth-teller. But now, the tide was turning.